So now we're gonna go down to the floor and we're going to do a figure four. So that means taking the right foot over the left knee and then into this figure four position. What it looks like from the side is right here. Okay, we're gonna stretch. You should feel that deep stretch through here and maybe even in the inner thigh. Hold it there. I'm gonna take a few seconds. If it feels okay, you can do a little rocking motion. If that burns or hurts, don't do it, or just whatever you can tolerate. Sitting closer to your shin allows a little deeper range of motion. Now switch to the other side. Other side, left side, figure four. And if one of these is too intense for you, you can always bring your foot out so you're not having as much intensity. So you can always start here. Should feel a good stretch deep in the hip joint. On the side, for this one, it's the left side. Deep in here. I like to add a little rock. It feels like it releases a little bit more for me, but you don't have to do that. Take some deep breaths to relax where you're holding tension, because you probably are a little bit in the stretch. Good. Now we're gonna do a little hamstring. So you're gonna use a band, okay? So go get a big, thick band. Doesn't have to be the thickest band, it can be somewhat in between, okay? And you're going to put it around your foot. Lay down. Use the other leg as support for your balance so you don't tip over. And then you're going to do a gentle circle just so that you feel a nice pull in your hamstring. Okay? So it'll allow you to have some give and you can create how much tension you want for the stretch. If you want a little circle, if you want a big circle, just play around with it. It also helps you control where you have some extra mobility. You can get into it a little bit better because you're controlling the movement. I like to do about 10 one way, 10 the other way. Okay? If you want to add an additional, you don't have to. You can bring it out to the side, but you definitely don't have to do that. It's just an extra. And switch to the other side. Right here, okay? Once I feel that stretch, I start my circle. This side's a lot tighter for me. I start my circle small, and then I tend to make them a little bigger as I start feeling a little looser. And you're driving the motion from the hip. Okay, so not the ankle, not doing that, driving it from the hip. And then we go both ways. Good. Good. If you want a little deeper hamstring stretch, you can just kind of go up and down. I like circles better personally. Okay. So there's that one. Next, we're going to stand up and do our pelvis circles. Okay, so hands on the hips, okay? We're gonna draw that hula circle with the pelvis. Okay, so that motion is mostly in the pelvis, right? If we're doing this, it's not as much in the pelvis, it's also in the hips. That's okay, but if you can isolate just mostly moving the pelvis, I like to think about drawing a circle with my tailbone. And that allows me to tuck the tailbone the other way. Loosening up the pelvis, lubricating all the joints there. I like to go both ways. I think everyone should go both ways, even if it feels awkward. Good. Now hold on to something, okay? Anything. Hold on to something for balance, because it's gonna help you also get deeper. So if I'm holding on to something, I'm gonna sink down deep and do a nice little squat and come back up. Okay, Do about 10 of those, and make sure you're wide, okay? We're not super narrow like this. We're wide. Our toes even might be out a little bit, okay? And you're gonna sink down, and you're just gonna get a big stretch through here, 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 okay? As far down as your body, your knees will let you go, okay? Imagine you're holding on to something. You're gonna do about 10 squats, okay? Eventually we can get to the point where I'm gonna have you hang out down here, but we won't have to be there yet, okay? Okay, next, whatever you're holding on to, okay? I'm gonna have you swing your leg forward and back. Imagine I'm holding on to something, swing, okay? So you're doing a swinging motion, just a nice, easy swinging motion. You might get a little popping. I get a little pop on this side. It's okay. Okay, I like to do about 10 swings one way, 10 swings the other way. Nice and loose. Just kind of, this is good to do right after you did that hamstring stretch. Okay? Now you're going to grab a thin band, a thinner band that can be used on your legs. Okay? Grab a thin band. Whatever you find is thin, hold it at the ends. Okay? And we're going to go up and just reach as far back as feels comfortable for you. Okay? And then come back down. Up and back. For me, I'm able to go all the way around. If that makes you nervous, don't do it. But most people actually can with a really thin rubber band like this because you can pull it apart. Okay? So just here. But if you're just doing this, that's great too. Good. And then I also want you to tip like that. Big stretch on the side. Other big stretch on the side. Do that again. Tip. Tip. Good. Now we're going to put that band down and we're going to do a little stretch for the lumbar, okay? So what that looks like is you're going to come all the way down. Keeping your tailbone tucked under, you're going to lean forward. Really think about heavy arms all the way back. I'm tipping all the way down, okay? Go the other way, all the way. I'm not reaching for the ground really, more I'm focusing on separating and lengthening through my low spine and my lumbar right there. Okay. Good. Good. So, all of those, and you can even add that twist. I like to perform this particular twist in between exercises that I'm doing on the floor. So if you're doing any kind of core exercise or you're doing your donkey kicks, do this stretch in between sets, okay? You take those knees up, okay? And you drop them to the side, okay? So this is a good release for the low back. And you can also kind of get a little stretch right through here too. Just make sure those hips are, those knees are high. If you're down low like this, you're not really getting the back. You want them to be up high. And then bring it in again and go the other way. I like to do a low press on it, but you don't have to do that. If it's too intense, you can even put something right here or just not let it go all the way down, but I bet you could probably get it to the ground. So I like to do this between my core exercises or any kind of one where I'm feeling it in my low back. Then we can bring one knee in and you should feel that pull through here. Okay, you don't have to hug super tight, just pull. Other side. Pull. Good. There's your warm up. You can also do this at the end of a workout as well.